Hello, hello everyone. Good morning. So today my topic I'm Jansi Rathod, and today my topic is reflection of the English class system in Jane Austen's novel. So here's my academic information. Here are the table of contents of my topic. So here's my research question, that how does Jane Austen's portrayal of the English class system in her novels critique social hierarchies while simultaneously affirming the values of her contemporary society? And here's the hypothesis. Jane Austen's novel offer a dual perspective on the English class system, and they provide a subtle critique of social hierarchies and such as snobbery, limited social mobility, and marriage constraints. So Austen's portrayal balances satire with empathy and showing characters navigating the rigid class structure with intelligence and grace. By doing so, Austen's work reflect the complexities of her society, suggesting that personal merit and moral strength can sometimes transcend. So here's the introduction of Jane Austen. She was an English novelist, and she wrote Jane Austen and many more novels. And her novels explores love and social relations among English upper middle class society. And although her works entertain, they may have a moral purpose of reflecting on human flaws and virtues. And her personal background is middle ground in social class, upper middle class family. And here the next point is the English class system in Austen's time. So her novel reflect a highly stratified social system of late 18th century and early 19th century England, where class divisions were pivotal in shaping interactions, and the society was layered with rigid hierarchies. And Austen vividly shows that how wealth, birth, and manners determined social status and marriage prospects. And she often holds that her higher respect than new wealth. And despite its fault, Austen did not reject this system. She really saw value in decorum and social harmony and a sense of aristocracy as natural qualities. Here we can see social classes in her novels, upper middle class, aristocracy, and clergymen, and then farmers. Sorry, and Austen's. So in upper class, we can see that Austen's own class is comfortably wealthy landowners and clergymen. For example, in the novel Pride and Prejudice, we can see Bennet family as a upper middle class. And then in aristocracy we can see, um, for example, Lady Susan's aristocratic world. And in country clergy we can see Mr. Collins in Pride and Prejudice. And in farmers and tenant farmers we can see, for example, Robert Martin in Emma, rejected initially by Emma Woodhouse due to class. So social mobility and snobbery. So in Jane Austen's novel we can see the tension between social mobility and snobbery. And in different characters like Emma Woodhouse illustrates that Pride and Prejudice of old money against those who have wealth by hard work, such as farmers. And Austen really, she critiques both upward snobbery and downward snobbery, and shows that manners, education, and breeding were critical markers of the class, with wealth alone insufficient to guarantee respect. Despite the harsh social realities, Austen allows love and personal merit to challenge rigid social boundaries. So, in the novels, we can see that in marriage and class, marriage really often means to secure and improve social standing. And in Austen's novels, we can see heroines marries rich and shows that importance of financial security. Love is really necessary but secondary to social compatibility. For example, Elizabeth and Darcy's complex relationship we can see in Pride and Prejudice. Uh, Austen's attitude is she marry for love but be aware of social realities. For her, marriage is important, but the respect and moral strength is also really important, and it matters to Elizabeth. And marriage also reflects characters and mortality. And the theme highlights how class restriction govern personal relationships. Here are the moral lessons and social commentary in Austen's novels. Austen novels carries a didactic message about virtues such as sense and sensibility, and she admired innate excellence, qualities of character and breeding. And her heroines are independent, strong, and tactful, often able to negotiate the constraints of the society with grace. So here are different novels of Jane Austen, and in different novels we can see class systems, different class system reflection with different characters and different social commentary. So in Pride and Prejudice we can see the class system really focus on gentry versus lower gentry and marriage, and the noble characters are Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy. And in social commentary highlight we can see snowberry marriage and married conflict. And in the novel Emma, we can see the class system's reflection as in upper middle class prejudices and social climbers. And in notable characters, we can see Emma Woodhouse and Harriet. And in social commentary, we can see snowberry social mobility and class marriage tensions. And next novel is a sensibility, and where we can see class system reflection as in difference of pursuance. And in noble characters in Sense and Sensibility we can see Eleanor, Marianne Dashwood. And in social commentary highlight we can see emotional and social balance class role. And here is the conclusion. So Jane Austen's novel provide a reflection of the English class system in her era, and we can see neither condemns and nor idolizes society, but shows complexity and humanizes. And Austen really she has a balance of critic and convertism, offer valuable lesson on class, love, and society. So here are the resources that I used. Thank you. Any question?
Okay, Jancy, well explained, distinguish between class structure of Jane Austen's world. So my question that how does Jane Austen reflect the rigid English class system in his novel, one of novel Pride and Prejudice?
Thank you, Rudra, for the question. So, in Jane Austen's novel, we can see that for her, moral strength and character really matters. The character's true worth, we can see that it is important for Elizabeth Bennet and character like Darcy and Catherine. They both shows that the value and wealth and social status is really important. Thank you.
So, Jancy, my question is, how does Elizabeth Bennet's attitude change the traditional class hierarchy?
Thank you, Khushi. So, for Elizabeth, we can see that uh, true worth is really important. That she really focuses on true love and everything. But for her, the social status is important, but not very much. For Darcy, we can see in the characters like Darcy and other characters like for them, wealth and social status is really important to stay in the society. But for Elizabeth, we can see that she really focuses on moral strength, and for her emotions really there should be emotions. Thank you.